Did you guys hear that? Yeah? All right. Welcome to the Battle Arena. Hey, everybody. The show is starting soon. This is BattleCOM, the Geek War of comedy game shows. A big hello to any of the new subscribers who might be tuning in at this point. We picked up 10 over Comic-Con, which is delightful. It was so nice meeting and interacting with people in person. We are going to be starting... you know what? Let's give it a start now. Here we are. Oh, for those who are worried about voting, you might want to open up a second tab right now. Go to slido.com. The event code is BC308. That's 08, not 08. 08. And that will be how you will be able to vote. So it should be showing you nothing to vote on right now, but it will be coming. Hi. How's everybody doing?
Doing great.
Yeah,
good.
Very talkative bunch. Jason is muted, and just to make sure. And
sorry, I just mute myself temporarily whenever I'm going to fart.
Very, very considerate. Let's do a quick little run through. One of our winners from the fan battle that we had last month, Steven Cmelak, is here. Big hi, Steven.
Hello.
Congratulations. He feels like I'm feeding him to the sharks.
Yes.
And these sharks would include the lovely Barry Carter. So
hey.
Yeah, Barry Carter, Scott Andrew Carter, and Jason Hatrick. So we did get some comments that had come in saying too many Carters. Hey nerds. Tim Rowcliffe is here to roast his roasting his what is it called, his nemesis. And we didn't record the Montreal show at BattleCOM. There it is, my arch nemesis.
Hey Tim, miss you.
There we go. We had a love affair happening. Also here is my co-moderator Erica Taddeo, who's Erica_MTL on Instagram. I'm Paul Ash, the creator and moderator of BattleCOM. And here's the hints to our battlefields. Here's our hints to our battlefields today. And, before we start, I want to take, today is a very solemn day. I want all of us to do this in memory. It's the first of the Prime days, and we are here for the remembrance of Optimus Prime. And the sacrifice he made for all of us. And he gets to rise again tomorrow. So here are the hints to our battlefields. There's what color? That color looks good on you. Why don't you want to beam down? Yeah, I'll need the Super Pets TPS reports on my desk by noon. Okay. And Teletoon After Dark. So that's the three hints to our battlefields. Let's get to know the name of the mashup game. This is the name of the mashup game. This is an audience game where you get to help us give a title to a photo or a cartoon that is mashing up sometimes two genres or two fandoms. So let's see where they go.
Oh.
So this is for those who are not familiar, this is a mashup of the Teletubbies and The Ring. So, there we go. Oh, what? It's a sad day because Ghost was snubbed by the Emmy Twits. Oh my goodness, how did they?
That's true. The nominations are kind of solid overall, but some shows got a whole lot of love. Like, I don't who was not nominated for something, but Ghosts was unfortunately went.
Boo.
Boo. All right. So this is our mashup. Audience members, those of you out there watching, just start calculating in your head what you would name this, and we will choose a winner by the end. You can drop your answers into the chat. And welcome everybody. Anyone who's out there, just say hi. Tell us where you're watching from. And now
Post
we
it in
get
the
to
comments.
find out.
We want to hear from you.
Yeah, the first battlefield is battlefield number 1. Who wore the color red the best? Who wore the color red the best? Our first 2 battlers getting lined up. I think Erica's getting everything set. It's got to be Scott Andrew Carter facing with his choice of Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman, facing off Jason Hatrick with Carrie. Those dresses are... Yeah, all right. So, Jason, you get to go first on the positive round, where you get to be positive about your choice.
Well, Carrie wore red to her prom, as everyone knows. And when it comes to prom and who wore it best, the question is always, whose outfit will you remember for the rest of your life, however brief a period of time that might be?
Scott.
So it's every young man from the 80s fantasy for a handsome Wall Street bro to pick you up, buy you fancy clothes, take you to nice dinners, get you to meet George Costanza and Hector Elizondo, then pay you $3,000, and all the sex you have to have is merely implied. And that's why that dress is so iconic to me. It's aspirational.
Vote. Let's see your votes. Voting is open now at slido.com. The event code is BC308. And the voting is active. We've got votes for Jason. Now, I'm just reminding the people watching, you're not voting for who's right. You're voting for who's most entertaining. And because we learned from Fox News, it's not about being right. I mentioned Fox News and my light went out, and then it came back on. So there.
Oh, gosh.
They're listening.
Yes.
I got a question for Scott while we wait for votes to trickle in. How recently did you rewatch Pretty Woman as research for this topic?
Yeah, probably since the last BattleCOM that I chose Pretty Woman as an answer, and then forget that I've done that.
Because I did not remember that Hector Elizondo and George Costanza were in that.
You didn't remember that George Costanza was in it? Come on.
Yeah, he was the villain.
Yeah, as usual, he plays the villain.
Well, I think we are ready for a countdown at this point.
All right, I guess that's me. Oh, that is me. From 5, 4, 3, 2. I don't know why I hold these numbers up on screen. 1, beep.
And first point goes to Jason. That means, Scott, you're going first on the negative round. Negative about why Carrie is not the one who best wore the color red.
Well, I believe Carrie had a big box of bodacious wine spill on her in that picture, and, I just don't think that's a good look on anyone. I've spilled a lot of red wine on myself in my day, and I don't think a classy lady like Julia Roberts would do the same.
Okay. I frankly refuse to participate in this round and demand that Scott Carter be disqualified for blatant product placement in the middle of what I was told would be a buzz marketing free show.
There are no financial sponsors on the show, but voting is open.
Yeah, not for the show, but apparently for Scott.
Yeah.
I have a big deal with bodacious cab sav.
So voting again, slido.com. The event code is BC308. Julia Roberts went on the board first. It's tied up. It's tied up.
We're mounting a comeback.
Okay, not unlike Carrie in the movie, I presume.
That was a bit of a slap back. I'm not. How would you guys describe what Carrie did in that movie?
I would describe it as righteous.
Arousing?
As the tail of a cat comes up.
Yeah.
Hold
At
on.
least that's what we hope that is.
Let's give a countdown. I think we are.
All right, so from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get your votes in.
Oh.
And beep. It's a tie.
Wow, that was a tie, so no point is awarded. We're moving on to a free-for-all round. And that means, Jason, you are going to be going first.
Well, I think, this is ultimately a topic of fashion. And Carrie is a fashion icon. I mean, she's so hot when she walks into the room, she sets off smoke alarms.
Listen, I am acutely aware that this is like the 5th time I've chosen Pretty Woman as an answer in a Battlefield. And usually all I ever do is just joke about questioning my sexuality. And I really don't know if that's a joke anymore. 5 times isn't a mistake.
I am fully behind you, Scott, in your self-discovery. And I'm also fully behind voting because the voting is open.
That's what he said.
So go to slido.com, BC308. I didn't explain the free-for-all round. Free-for-all round is where they have the chance of being positive or being negative or just be entertaining or a roast attack, obviously not physical, upon their opponents.
Physical attacks have become more challenging in online BattleCOM.
I know, but we had 2 live shows at the Montreal Comic-Con this past week. So.
Paul, you say that as if those BattleCOM shows devolved into actual physical fights. Did they?
I think their feelings could have been hurt. The feelings could have been hurt. I think we're ready for a countdown, though.
All right. So from 5, 4, 3, get your votes in. 2, 1, and beep.
So Scott has got that point. Scott, you are now on the board with a point. That means it's a tied game. Jason, you're going to be going first for a second free-for-all round. Now, just as a reminder, if the audience comes up with a tie now, that means that Erica will be forced to select her favorite, who she thinks is the funniest, not her favorite. Because it's not always the same. Jason, feel free to go.
I like how you say that like it's less hurtful to Scott and I. Don't worry, she's not choosing her favorite. She's just choosing who she thinks is funniest. We're comedians. That's the same thing. It's still our core sense of self-worth either way.
Oh, was that your round?
That was going to be my
That was
round,
it?
yeah.
Okay, all right.
Oh, right. I forgot to put that up.
I could go on a rant
so-
about how... no, never mind. Scott's already did. You go, Scott.
Well, in lieu of me saying anything else before I talk to my therapist, I'm going to instead just play Sugar Rays every morning.
All right, we can't the rights. The music rights we probably don't have, so we need to cut that out right away before we get taken down. And there we go. Well, the let's get that set. Whoops.
So, vote.
Voting is open. Voting is open.
Do you see what Scott's doing? He's trying to demonetize the whole show just so that he's the only one who profits from his bodacious Cab Sav sponsorship.
Well,
I'm also
actually,
sponsored by Mark McGrath.
the show itself is not monetized because we have not reached the right number of subscribers according to YouTube. But
Come
we
on.
do
Tell
we do
everyone
give
we
a
know
chance
to
for people
subscribe to this show so that we can get
Yes.
monetized, and then we will all be rich, and you'll get to see us watch. You'll get to watch us do BattleCOM. What are words? Watch us do BattleCOM from like our slightly upgraded homes.
Yes.
or maybe catch us live on the road because I put what I make here to go back into the show. There's yes, but there is a way that people can help us, support us as we go. We will explain that a little bit later. I think we are ready for a countdown. All those votes came in so quick.
All right, so from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, beep.
There we go.
And that goes to Jason.
That goes to Jason. Jason has won that round. I haven't seen anyone throw in any suggestions for the mashup as of yet. And I can see that there's a lot of people watching, but that's our mashup.
So feel free to post a joke, a possible quote from this mashup, a title for it, basically anything you want that might bring together the Ring and Teletubbies. And is it just me, or does the girl from the Ring in this art style kind of remind you of Emily Strange? Who,
I can see.
yeah, throwback for all of my like moody millennial girls. Apparently, Emily Strange is staging a comeback, so looking forward to that.
And it's almost like she has a grudge. No, that's a different one. Okay.
How terrible a confession is it if I don't know who Emily Strange is?
How
You never
dare
shopped
you,
at Hot
Jason.
Topic.
She was on every T-shirt and pencil case from like 2000 to 2002.
Sure,
Oh,
my
we
wife will
did get
explain
one
it to
comment
me
come
later.
in. Mashup. Teletubbies, The Lost Tape.
All right, that's pretty
And
good.
we're moving now into our next pairing. We're starting with Steven with his choice of Uhura. She has gone through multiple ranks. Obviously, there's Lieutenant Uhura. So I just put Uhura versus Barry Carter with Carmen Sandiego. Carmen Sandiego. That means, Barry, you're coming to the stage first, or to the screen first, with your paused round being paused, but your choice, Carmen Sandiego.
Very simple. Carmen Sandiego is fashion forward. There's no question about it. She's got a red fedora. She's got a red trench coat. You know what? She was hip hop before hip hop was around. She walks around, calls everyone player. She travels the world. I'm telling you, she's almost the Nicki Minaj of the time.
Boom. All right, Steven.
All right. Nyota Uhura was in 66 out of 79 episodes of the original series, 22 episodes of the animated series, and 9 of the 13 theatrical films. And amazingly, she survived them all. That's right, she's broken the Star Trek curse. She is the red shirt that lived. And that's what makes her the best person to wear the color red.
All right, so you were cutting out a little bit, but I think we got it. And voting is open. Get your votes in. Going to Slido.com, event code is BC308. I'm glad Tim and Katie are out there just making sure that they have, we've got some comments coming in.
Post comments,
There's
everyone.
more out there watching. I know you have. Oh, we've even got a thumbs up, which is great. Thank you.
Yes.
Any little thumbs up, like, and subscribe is super helpful. But the votes have been coming in. More people are tuning in. That's great. I think Steven is there to vote for himself. I just was he. I just saw him turn away and heard the typing of keys. There we go. Oh, hey, Denny Leger is here. Welcome, Denny. Denny is a longtime friend of BattleCOM. Good to see you here. So the choices between Steven and his choice of Uhura and Barry Carter with Carmen Sandiego / Nicki Minaj.
Fashion
And
forward.
I think we can give. Oh, wow! Only half the people watching have voted.
Come on,
So-
everyone vote. What we should have done is, I don't know, promoted this show ahead of time. If we had known that there would be a Nicki Minaj joke, just like promote it ahead of time to all of the barbs online, and then we would just have thousands of Nicki Minaj fans watching our extremely nerdy comedy show.
Yes, that would definitely be it. I be running 3 BattleComs in a period of 4 days was a lot of organizing for me. But I did get to meet the Borg Queen and was not assimilated.
Nice.
Apparently, I'm not distinctive enough.
I mean, that's a good thing, right? Or a bad thing?
Right, I guess. All right, I think there has been a lot of movement. For those who want to vote, you've got very few seconds to go ahead and do so. Go to Slido.com. The event code is BC308. BC308. Let's give this a long count, Erica, as it is tied, and there's a lot of people who have yet to vote. This is not the United States. It's not Australia. You're not obligated to vote. But we're not doing any gerrymandering to prevent people from voting.
We are not. We are unfortunately also not, offering like barbecued sausages once you vote. Paul brought that up in Australia and brought up Australia, and yeah, they get voting foods. We don't get snacks like that. Anyways, from 5, 4, sausage sizzle is great, guys. 3, where are my Australians at? I have no idea what time it is over there, so you might be asleep. 2,
They're waking up.
1, and beep.
Beep. That first point goes to the fan battler, Steven. Steven has he has beaten our veteran Barry to get 1 point on the board first. That means Barry's going first in the negative round. Barry, you get to be negative about Uhura. Whoops, wrong one.
Let's just put it this way. What's red that we know in this day and age right now has a red sign? Rogers. What's her job? She's on a starship using cell communications in red. You know they're not going to promote her because somehow she's going to cut out, and there's the whole cutting out thing in deep space in the negative zone. It's just not reliable. It's just not. You got to call somebody? Really? That's the only thing you got to do. You got one job to call somebody, and she's probably having a network blackout. No, not having it. She's been there all that time and still can't even fly the ship.
Boom. All right, dropping some truth. Steven.
So I'm not sure that I would call Carmen Sandiego a fashion icon or cutting edge. I mean, look at her. Obviously, all she's done is stolen the look of the man from the yellow hat from Curious George and just reversed colors.
All right. The points are out there. Let's see the voting. Voting is open. Go to slido.com. The event code is BC308. That gives you a chance to vote, get your voice heard. We've got Tim Rowcliffe is going, I can't believe no one picked Jessica Rabbit.
Excellent choice.
Yeah, and Denis Leger has a mashup title. If I don't find the remote, I'll be very angry. So slido.com, it's BC308.
And once you've voted, feel free to post in the comments either who you would have chosen for the best character to wear the color red, or give us your choice for the mashups. We're still accepting suggestions, and we'll choose our favorite one at the end of this round. Ooh. Did you see that switcheroo going on in the votes?
Yeah.
Nice.
Still, it's only about half the people watching have voted. A little more than half at this point. Let's give this a count, Erica.
All right. So from 5, 4, 3. Don't forget to post in the comments, like and subscribe to all of that stuff. 2, 1. Last chance to vote, and beep. So negative round goes to Barry, which means that we are tied.
Yeah, so Barry Carter, he has gotten a point on the board, tying up the game. That means Steven is going first on the free-for-all round. You get to be either positive about your own choice, negative about Barry's choice. Just be entertaining, or a roast attack upon your opponent.
So every nerd around my age knows that Uhura made up one half of the first interracial kiss ever shown on network television. And it was a huge win for diversity and the representation of minorities at the time. Unfortunately for her, William Shatner made up the other half of that kiss. So come to think of it, I guess it's more like 2 steps forward, girl don't yak.
Oh,
He earned points on you, Barry. He earned points on you. He got you laughing hard. All right. Free for all round.
Very simple. So yes, she was part of that interracial kiss and the first one to have that online and on TV, and now woo, yeah. But still, could she call anybody? He was right there. Couldn't call nobody. Didn't get a promotion out of it. William Shatner slept with everybody, and they all got something out of it. And all she got was what? A new cell phone? Like really? All she got was the upgrade. That's all she's worth. That's not how it's supposed to go. If she's supposed to put the booty out, she should at least twerk on him. Maybe she would have got a command.
I'm not sure if I'm comfortable with that, but vote. Voting is open. Yeah. All right. Jason is still muted, but we've got.
But I'm back on camera, so that's
You are back on camera.
Yay! Welcome back.
Could you mute Jason again?
By the time this show is over, I have a feeling I'm going to have muted all of you at some point.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Scott started it, and now he wants Jason to be muted. I feel like y'all are going to get pretty riled up by the end of the night, and I'm just going to have to start muting people.
We might put a vote. We might just end up muting you. What? Come on, Erica. Don't make us do that.
I won't want to. I will just feel obligated to. Don't worry. I probably won't do it. Just please don't infringe on any copyright laws, and we should be okay.
All right. Tim Mercliffe, just a reminder, said the mashup Teletubbies, the lost tape. Denny Leger saying, if I don't find the remote, I'll be very angry. So those are still out there. And we just saw some movement on the voting. I think we can give this a countdown at this point. Erica?
All right. Okay, so from 5, 4. Reminder, this is the free-for-all round 3. Get your votes in. 2, 1, and beep.
Beep. That is going to Steven. Steven has got the point. Barry has been knocked out by our fan battler. And
Thank you.
Wow. Congratulations, Steven.
just showing you how hard our fans hit. or not. So Barry is going to be facing off against Jason. Jason going first. And positive about their choice. Go ahead, Jason.
I didn't know this about proms because I'm a dude, but apparently they have prom dress registries where you you make sure you're not going to be wearing the same dress as another girl at your prom, and it was maybe some hints there on the prom dress registry because next to all the other girls it lists the dress they were going to be wearing, and next to Carrie's name it lists all the other girls.
Oh, dark. Steven.
So Barry's actually correct. They didn't give Uhura a whole lot to do in the original series. But in the animated series, she gets her chance to shine. In the episode The Lorelei Signal, she takes command of the whole goddamn ship when all the men on the crew, yes, even Spock, are seduced and captured by a race of alien women. Uhura not only leads an all-female rescue party down to the planet, but when them hoes won't turn over the captain, she orders the crew to shoot every goddamn last one of them. Oh yeah, brat, brat. Uhura don't come to play.
All right. Let's see your votes. And it was such a proud. I realize right now we don't have any women on the panel. Erica is the only woman here, and Stephen was extolling the virtues of women right up until the point he said, "Shoot them hoes." Welcome to live comedy.
Anyway.
Yeah, I think that mute button's coming up real quick, Erica. I see what you're saying now.
See, I called it. Called it. I'm about to mute all you hoes.
No one shooting women.
All right. Only half the people that they're watching have voted at this point in time. Please take the time to hit like as well. But if to vote, just open another tab. Slido.com. Event code is BC. So it's like Baker Charlie 308. 308.
Yes, for those of you who don't know, BC stands for Baker Charlie, who is the mascot of this show. He's just like a real cute little squirrel who bakes cupcakes, and his name is Charlie. That's what the BC stands for. It has nothing to do with the name of the show. Welcome to BattleCOM, everyone. Here's Baker. How funny would it be if I was like, here's Baker Charlie, and then a little animated squirrel just showed up in my hand.
All right, let's give that a countdown.
All right, so from 5, 4, 3. He's a really cute squirrel in my head, you guys. 2. He like wears a little hat and everything. 1. He's a really great baker. This is not a ripoff of Ratatouille. Anyway, beep. And that round goes to Steven. Congratulations, Steven.
Congrats, Steven. So we are going to be moving on to the negative one round. But I just before we run on, Steven, this is not your turn. I just want to point out Tim Rowcliffe saying, getting fashion advice from a guy who dresses up potatoes. We needed to see what was behind him at this point in time. Arch nemesis out. There we are. So Jason, you go first on the negative round. You get to be negative about Steven's choice.
It's far be it from me to be negative about Nichelle Nichols as Lieutenant Uhura, who did so much for combating racism in the era. Far more about she did far more to advance race equality than she did women's rights and equality. Given that they put her on the bridge of the Starship Enterprise so she could answer the phones. But at least she was there. And on the subject of racial sensitivity, I would like to point out to Stephen, you are far too white to go bruh bruh. don't ever do it again.
Oh, that's almost a facts aren't jokes, but it was funny. All right, Stephen, you get to now be negative about Carrie. Be careful with your life.
So I guess Carrie's okay. I mean, it was all right. But when it comes to stories of, emotional young women with telekinetic powers who gain everything they could possibly hope for, then lose it all and go on a murderous rampage in Red, honestly, I think Scarlet Witch wore it best.
Oh, all right. Let's see the votes. The voting is open. Gauntlet dropped on that one. No one.
I was kind of surprised no one chose Scarlet Witch. I figured someone would choose her for sure, but these are all excellent choices. If you know who you would have chosen and you're watching this show, feel free to drop in the comments who you think was the best person or character to wear red. If I may, one of my potential choices might have been Mei Lin from the new Pixar movie, Turning Red. Although I don't know if it counts as wearing red when it's your fur and you are a red panda. So I don't know. Weigh in on that on the comments. Are we allowed to say wearing it when it's just the color of animal that you are?
Wearing fur is cruel.
I mean, if you shaved her, she wouldn't be red anymore.
Yeah, she'd be embarrassed, actually. She'd be red again.
Yeah.
And really, you should not be doing that to,
Yeah, also she's a 12-year-old girl, Stephen.
Yeah, so.
Even when my jokes aren't creepy, I still come off as the creepy one.
So what's the joint factor there? It's you. All right. I think we can give this a short count.
Okay.
There's a number of people who have not voted yet, but they seem to be holding back all show.
Just vote, friends. Vote. I'll post the link again in the comments if you need it later. So 3, 2, 1, beep. And that round goes to Jason, which means that we're tied.
All right. We are tied up at this point in time. That means Steven is going first on the free-for-all round. So it's a free-for-all round. Steven, you get to be first. And also Tim Rowcliffe is saying, what about Clifford? There we go. And we have Tim. A cat on screen too.
What about Clifford? What has Clifford done in his life other than just be large?
And just had a movie out. All right, Steven, free-for-all round. Positive about your choice, negative about Jason's choice. Just be entertaining or a roast attack upon your opponent.
Okay. Well, speaking of William Shatner, as we were just a few minutes ago, Nichelle Nichols who played Uhura, worked with the Shat off and on for the better part of 30 years, and never once tried to kill the man, as far as we know. As difficult as it must have been to work with him, she let him live long and prosper.
All right. That's a very patient woman in red. Jason.
What? Sorry, I just saw Tim's comment earlier about no one picked Jessica Rabbit, and I was like, did she wear red? I thought she wore purple, so I googled Jessica Rabbit, and now I've just been image scrolling for about 10 minutes.
And I guess that's entertaining. Let's see the votes. Oh, that's the wrong button. There we are.
I mean, I tried to listen to Steven, but he lost me at speaking of William Shatner.
I mean, I would say that Nichelle Nichols deserves to be canonized, but facts aren't jokes. So, you know.
I do have a great Shatner story, though, in the spirit of Comic-Con. There was a panel where they had called the Captains, and they had like Shatner up there, and then Kate Mulgrew up there, and then I think a third person. I don't remember. But
Bakula?
All these. Who? Bakula? I would have remembered if Scott Bakula was around. I feel like. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was just those two. But yeah, they were talking back and forth about, you know, I forget what it was. Shatner was making cracks about women in kitchens and like jokes straight out of the early 80s about can't believe that she was on the bridge of the Starship Enterprise instead of in the galley making dinner and shit like that. And then the next question was for Kate Mulgrew saying, what was it like to play the same character for 7 years? And she was saying, you know, it can be a challenge sometimes. You got to keep it fresh and interesting when you're playing a character, you know, like when a series goes on for more than 2.5 seasons, Bill, you wouldn't know anything about this, but when a series goes on for more than 2.5 seasons, it was so great. Just the best shutdown.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Welcome to the let's poop on William Shatner episode of BattleCOM. It's Jason. Yeah, that was your remembrance of Comic-Con, not when William Shatner almost killed one of your friends. Let's get a short countdown for the vote.
All right, so from 3, hasn't William Shatner tried to kill all of our friends? 2, I mean, I feel like that must have happened to everyone at some point. 1, if anyone has any story about William Shatner being a good person, I would love to hear it. Please post it in the comments. I will not hold my breath. Beeped.
There we go.
Congratulations, Jason.
Jason has won round 1 of the first battlefield of this BattleCOM. And as I'm flipping around screens to make sure that we have the right images up, we do have this to choose a title of. So here we go. We've got the choice of if I don't find the remote, I'll be very angry from Denis Leger, and from Tim Rockcliffe. Where'd it go? The Teletubbies, The Lost Tape. There it is.
This one or this one?
And if anyone has any other suggestions come in, please get them in soon.
I suspect this one about finding the remote might be very clever, but I don't know anything about Teletubbies or The Ring.
I one time watched an episode of Teletubbies where Poe lost his scooter in a tree. So that's the kind of quality entertainment that Poe is giving you.
Oh, wow. All right. So, battlers, hold up one finger if you think it's Tim Rockcliffe's The Lost Tape. Hold up 2 fingers if you think it's Denis Leger with If We Don't Find the Remote, I'll Be Very, Very Angry. 1, 2, 3, hold up.
Sorry, Tim.
All right, that is going to Denis Leger, and I just thought of a one right now, which is I've never seen a Teletubby with a belly ring.
Aw.
All right, I got 3 groans and 1 nice, and that's enough. We have our new Name the Mashup coming up. Our next Name the Mashup is this. Oh, yay! We got a yay from Dennis and Tim Rookliff going, nice one, Dennis. So congratulations once more to Denny Leger. This is a new one. These are the red power ring wielders, but it's got the general from Planet of the Apes. So. And that's the worst best joke all night. There we go. That's I'm always in it to win it. So our next battlefield, I think we're coming up on the next battlefield, battlefield number 2. If anyone remember what the quote was to what it was about, any hints, any suggestions, let's just tell them. What's the best fictional office to work for? That's why it's the TPS reports. Best fictional office to work for. Coming to the screen second in this fight is going to be Barry Carter with the Men in Black office. Facing off against Scott Carter with Acme Corporation. Scott, you get to go first. Positive.
I would love to work at Acme Corp at their head office, because they will literally sell anything for money, and they deliver essentially everywhere. They'll just go anywhere. Nothing works, and it comes almost immediately. That's what I'm known for. All those things.
Very simple. The office
Barry.
for Men in Black.
What was that?
Working at the office for Men in Black. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. No matter what happens in your day. When you wake up in the morning, you got to go to work, you have a bad day, you're running late, you get in traffic, someone cuts you off, someone might hit your car. It's okay, because you can pull out Noisy Cricket and take care of them, right? And even if that doesn't work, you just go to the office, you work a little bit of overtime, and you walk out with one of those flashers, and you just kind of go, memory wipe. I was never here. Go to the bank, make a loan. Memory wipe. I was never here. It is the best office to work for, because all you can do is zap everybody and reset your day. It's like playing an old school video game. Can't beat them, reset them.
There we go. Voting is open, and we've just learned that Barry Carter is a supervillain. You've just become the Purple Man. You realize that?
Yeah. I blame the video game. I've been playing, Evil Genius 2 on the Xbox. Hooked on it right now.
All right, the votes are coming in. The votes are coming in nice and fast for this one. This is good to see. On Scott Carter's reference, Leslie did step in to say true. I don't know which part she was saying true about. I'm not speculating.
It's fast coming.
We know.
We have heard. We don't know.
Well, no, that's I assumed that was what Leslie was referring to, because if anyone would know,
It'd be Jason.
All right, the votes. We just hit that point where it's like half the people have voted, and we're not. Doesn't seem to be a lot more votes coming in. We've got a winky face. Oh, there's a vote that came in. Let's give this a long count then, Erica.
All right, so keep getting your votes in. 5, 4. Don't forget to like and subscribe. 3, 2. Get your votes in. 1. Last chance. Beep.
Beep. That is going to Scott. Scott has got the first point on the board. That means that Barry is going first on the negative round. Negative about Scott's choice.
Scott, it's not the fact that Acme brings out products and they don't work. It's just, going to a clientele that people can't read, right? It's almost as if they were, in competition with Amazon, and Amazon's crushing them. That's all I got about that.
All right.
what can I say about the Men in Black office? I would never want to work there because anytime you make some joke about some bald head in the office, you're gonna get slapped.
Vote. Let's see your votes. Oh, hold it. I should probably open the voting. There it is.
Yes, please
There,
do that.
voting is open now. Voting is open. And Katie's saying, can confirm it would be Jason or me overhearing them. Jason,
Anyway.
it looks like he may have blanked that out of his mind.
Jason's just gonna go back to that Google image search of Jessica Rabbit. He'll be okay.
Don't talk to me. I'm busy writing jokes for the third round.
All right.
All
Anyways,
right. And
once
no
you
one
voted-
has sent in any choices yet for the next mashup as of yet.
They
So
have not.
hopefully you're percolating some good ideas.
So yeah,
Oh.
vote and then send in your choices.
One has just come in. Redder and nastier than a baboon's ass.
Paul, I'm so glad that you had to be the person to say that and that I did not have to say it.
Let's give this a countdown.
All right. So get your votes in from 5, counting down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beep.
And the point goes to Scott. That means Scott has won the round. And he will be retired to come back and face the winner of the next battle that we have. Right there. Oh, wow. I didn't hide that. Oh, shoot. There we are. What's going on? Something's going on. What's wrong? What? There we are. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, okay. I guess that wasn't set up properly. So Jason's choice is Wayne Enterprises. Actually, Wayne Securities, which is a division of Wayne Enterprises, but it didn't have its own logo online that I could find. And Stephen Cmelak is the Superhuman Law Office of Stephen. Do you want to say it?
No.
It's basically the law office that She-Hulk works at. So Holloway is the last one.
Yeah.
Let's go right now with Stephen. You go first.
So if Barry is a supervillain, JLK&H could represent him because they're a superhuman law office, kind of like The Practice, but set in Metropolis instead of Boston. Did you accidentally slip, trip, or fall into an open vat of acid, chemicals, radioactive hard water, or electric eels? Did that experience horribly disfigure you, turn you into a homicidal maniac, and or give you amazing superpowers that you never asked for? Well, forget about poisoning the city reservoir, my friend. JLK&H can help turn your tragic origin story into a lucrative class action lawsuit with a generous 7-figure settlement. Cha-ching.
Boom. And that was a parody ad. That wasn't a sponsored ad from CMLJKOPQR and Sons Law Office. Jason, you get to go on your positive round. Positive, but your choice.
So Wayne Securities, for those who may not have heard of it, came from a short-lived show called Powerless, which takes place in the DC universe, of course, Wayne Securities. And they make products that will protect you from the collateral damage of super fights in your vicinity. So you get to make all kinds of cool things. Like you could make a watch that detects the proximity of supervillains, and you go to pitch it to your boss, and then they're like, "No, absolutely not. Destroy all prototypes. Get that out of here immediately." And you can be like, "See, it already works. It already detected its first supervillain."
Vote.
Let's see your votes. Go to Slido.com. The event code is BC308. That is how you can vote on this. We also, Leslie has stated, I know I'm late to the party, but has anyone brought up Scott's dreamy RuPaul drag race filter?
Ooh, I didn't notice, but you're correct. He does have a bit of that season 1 filter on him, doesn't he?
I like that Erica can identify the season by the filter.
Oh,
It
it's
was
just because
egregious.
yeah, it's just because season 1 really looks like it was being filmed through like the bottom of one of those old school Coke bottles.
Okay.
And then the rest of the seasons look like they're being filmed by regular cameras. But yeah, all you need to do is watch like 5 minutes of RuPaul's Drag Race season 1, and you will know exactly what that means.
And you'll
But
also
also,
fall
yes.
in love with angina.
True. I also do know more about Drag Race than I probably should. Until I stopped watching. Oh no, this last season I watched most of. The previous season I just gave up on because they had the most annoying contestant in Drag Race history. Anyway, should we count down the votes?
All right. I think we should probably count down the votes. Just a reminder, we are voting for who's most entertaining, and it starts with the countdown.
All right, so for 5, 4, 3, 2, get your votes in, 1, and beep.
Beep. Beep. That goes to Steven. Wow. Steven is proving to be quite the monster for our professional comedians to be facing off against. Jason, you get to go first in the negative round, where you get to be negative about Steven's choice.
Well, first, a couple props to Steven. Yeah, he is definitely coming in swinging, which is notable and a clear sign that writing jokes prior to the previous round probably pays off. Second of all, cha-ching fits you much better than brop. Stick with that. Cha-ching works for you. That's no problems there. Third of all, I'll remind you, it can't be a great office to work for because it is a law firm.
There we go. That hit hard. Steven.
So let's be honest. The only cool thing, I mean, the only way working for any of the Wayne Enterprises branches would be cool would be if you know that Bruce Wayne is Batman. And if you figure out that Bruce Wayne is Batman, you're not going to be working for Wayne Enterprises much longer.
Vote. Let's see your votes. Go to slido.com. The event code is BC308. Leslie has brought up the fact that season 1 was Barbara Walters' dream. There we go.
It was.
I've always heard it referred to, though, that Coke bottle lens filter as the soft porn filter, where they take a little bit of KY and go around the edge of the camera lens.
I mean, you know how much I know about that.
It's also called the soft light filter as well. But yeah,
We've all KY'd around the rim before, right?
See,
Apparently
so.
so.
Our mics turned off. Everyone's now going.
I'm about to mute all of you, everybody.
all right. I think we can probably give that a quick countdown.
All right, so from 3, 2, 1, and beep. So
that
round
is a
goes
point to Jason, tying it up. That means we're going to be going on to the free-for-all round, starting with Steven.
Friends, are you a friendly neighborhood superhero who's been plagued for years by bad press? Have you inadvertently made an enemy of a newspaper publisher, a bad haircut, and axe to grind? Well, JLK&H can help you too. We'll serve that mustached muckraker with a libel suit so large, he'll think twice about calling you a threat or menace ever again.
Boom. Jason, against
Oh, no.
you're coming up against a law firm adverts.
Oh no, J. Jonah Jameson's never been hit by a libel suit before. Whatever will he do?
It's in print. It's slander. Slander's the one that's on. I'm sorry, Jason.
Oh, yeah, that was it. But since Paul stepped on it, I'll do a thing about how the great thing about working for Wayne Securities is that the show got canceled after 9 episodes, so early retirement.
All right, vote. The voting is open. Sorry, Jason.
No worries. I got a bigger laugh off the other thing anyway.
I'd like to nominate Clamp It Oil.
Is that... Wait, is that just from before my time? Thank you. I was going to be like, am I dumb or just too young to get it? So yeah, if anyone else has a fictional office or workplace that they would want to work for, feel free to post it in the comments after you voted.
And I just want to point out the Superhuman Law Office of Goodman, Lieber, Kurtzberg, and Holloway.
Thank you. I didn't have it up.
Yeah. Clamp It Oil. Ooh.
Yeah.
I know they got a lot of money, but I never saw the business side. No, wasn't there one episode where people were trying to take over the company from them?
All I remember about the Beverly Hillbillies, the only thing about the Beverly Hillbillies I remember is that they ate on a fancy eating table, which was a pool table, and they put their chicken wings in the pockets.
Classic.
Nice.
And whatever you do, don't go to Wikipedia and read up on Max Baer. He's the guy that played
Senior?
Jethro. Yeah. All right. We've got a hell yeah from Gabriel O'Massey, and I think we can give this a countdown.
All right. So from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Damn it! Now I want chicken wings. And beep.
There we go. That point goes to Jason. Oh. Go. Wait. Uh-oh. Damn it. Let's bring this up.
Please fill in this.
All right.
In the meantime, I'm just going to pull up the mashup for this round again. So if anyone has any ideas for what you want to call this guy, which is a mashup of Planet of the Apes and a thing that I am forgetting right now.
It's the Red Power Ring.
Yes, that's exactly what I said.
All right, we are going to be seeing the face-off right now between Scott and Jason. Scott and Jason. So let's see this. This is sorry, Jason's choice. Can you refresh everybody? Jason's choice, Erica.
Jason's choice of Wayne Securities, and Scott's choice of
Acme Corp.
Acme.
Thank you. I was just about to say that. Come on, guys. All right. So who goes first in this round?
It will be Scott, because Scott was the person who got into the place first. So that's the wrong button. There it is.
That's what we want. All right, Scott, go ahead.
So we all know that Acme is just what Amazon was beforehand. So it's also Acme Prime Day. So load up on your bodacious cab sav, everybody. It's sweet, it's dry, it's red, it's bodacious. I'm more of a full-bodied white, but bodacious cab sav, it's all right.
All right, Jason.
Do I have to go up against fictional advertisements in every round? Is that what's happening here?
Apparently so.
All right. I guess that wasn't a fictional one. I guess that was an actual advertisement. The great thing about working at Wayne Securities is it's got the name Wayne on the building. So Batman will never let anything bad happen there. You're like in the safest building in all of Gotham, if that is where it is in fact based. I think that was going to be revealed in episode 10, but we never got there.
Vote.
Let's see your votes.
This show.
We had a couple comments come in, by the way. Again, referring to the Clampets. I don't know. I just want a cement pond.
Yes.
And Katie saying they prefer to work for the Empire. It's constantly expanding, and there's a chance Vader will force choke me in a meeting.
I mean, I don't know, Katie. You're like white and blonde, and I feel like the Empire would not look down on that.
Speak to the truth. Oh, wow. The votes have come in very quickly. Most everyone has voted at this point. Can we get a countdown, please, Erica?
For sure. So from 5, 4, get your votes in if you haven't voted. 3, 2, 1, beep.
Beep. All right. That is going to Scott. Scott has the point there, even with a last-minute vote coming in for Jason. It was after the beep and also a little too late. All right. Jason, you get to now be negative about Scott's choice.
The worst thing about working in the fictional office of Bodacious Cab Sav is you're trying to figure out who you're going to get to shill your product, and the best you can do is Scott Carter.
So I've basically tuned Jason out when he's talking, so I don't know anything about what Wayne Securities is. But I'm assuming it has to do with Bruce Wayne and being secure, which, he is a middle-aged man who fights crime in like rubber. I guess he's pretty secure.
Vote. Let's see your votes. And again, Slido.com. The event code is BC308. That is how you go about voting. Leslie has jumped in to say, "I say you're a normal-bodied white." There we go. And we do have a mashup has come in also. Mashup title, The Red Lanterns Corp is going ape shoot.
Nice. Great choice. If anyone else has any more suggestions, you got to get them in before the end of this round. So submit them now.
And, again, the votes have come in very quickly. Let's give this a short countdown, Erica.
All right. So from 3, 2, 1, beep.
That one goes to Jason, which means we are hitting a free-for-all round. And Scott, you get to go first.
The level of incompetence at Acme is so astoundingly high that I actually might be qualified to work there. I could help program their website where somehow when you would buy something, it would send all the payments to the Russian war effort. I wouldn't really want to do that. I'm just really bad at programming.
Jason.
That sounds like the kind of idea that would be great after drinking an entire case of Bodacious Cab Sav. Available for only $12 a case, which is its #1 selling point, and how Scott can afford to have a case.
Vote. Let's see your votes. Votes are coming, are open. So Slido.com, event code BC308. This is up for all the marbles. Who's going to be the leader for round 2, Battlefield 2 of this July 2022 BattleCOM?
I feel like I do have to question the solvency of a company where, near as I can tell, 100% of your client base is coyotes.
Let's give this a countdown. There's been a little bit of movement, but it shows right now that everyone who's watching has voted. So
Yes, we'd love to see it. So from 5, if you haven't voted, liked, or subscribed yet, please do that now. 4, 3, 2, 1, beep.
And that goes to Jason. Jason has got enough points to have win the round. Congratulations,
Jason has now won 2 rounds. Good job, dude.
Oh, yeah, he's...
Mm-hmm.
All right, and
moving on, can we look at the top comments for the mashup?
yes, let's
right.
actually let's get to that point properly with we're going in here. Oh, we also want to mention that BattleCOM is powered by StreamYard. It's an easy streaming app. It doesn't strain your computer like other ones, and we also pay for Slido, which allows people to vote as quickly and anonymously as they can in such an easy way. We also would appreciate your support. So the link tree right there, linktree/Paul Ash, that's me. The first one is buy me a drink. So anything that comes in the next 24 hours will be split with everyone that you see here on screen. And I want to definitely thank all the wonderful people that helped me put this show together. You do an amazing job, and I really do appreciate it. And I appreciate all the people who are enjoying it, watching it, sharing it with their friends. So here we have the name the mashup for this. What is our mashups that we have? We have the Red Lanterns Corp is going ape shoot. And there was another one, wasn't it? Oh, yes.
There was this one.
Yes, redder and nastier than a baboon's ass. So I think that was all of them. Yeah, that's we only got to two again. Tim and Denny are killing our these things, but that's because they're the only ones entering. Come on, people. I know there's people out there who've got ideas that they would give for this.
Yeah, post something hilarious. We know that you are all very funny and all very handsome and rich, and we love you. Tell all your friends about this show.
All right. And what? Which one do you prefer, people? Baboon's butt or going ape shoot?
You backed me into the
so
corner.
baboon's butt will be one finger. Ape shoot will be two fingers. On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. All right. It looks like it's going to the baboon. It's going to the baboon. And Katie's saying, I am indeed handsome and rich. Thank you.
I'm surprised
right.
no one went with the anti-spade core.
Wow. Somebody's driving away from that comment very fast.
That's what it is, man. They were anti-spade core. We will not be spayed or neutered.
Well, that cat sort of seems to be agreeing there, but the skeleton doesn't. My immediate thought was Planet of the Red Rings, but obviously no one likes that one.
I'm just terrified of the thought that anyone gave a cat a ring of power.
Well, yeah, not everything is being knocked off the, and it's also it's anger, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Katie's pointing out one finger for the baboon's butt.
That is what you said, Paul. It is what you said.
I realize that is what I said. All right, we have a new Name the Mashup for round 3. We're entering round 3, and again, thank you everyone who's out there who has clicked subscribe to get the notifications when we're doing the new shows. All the people that I met over Comic-Con, I was so grateful to meet you, and I got some very nice comments, so thank you. We have our next mashup. With great power comes great grief.
Oh my!
So there's the death of Gwen Stacy, Spider-Man with Snoopy as the Green Goblin. That hurts a little. And so Battlefield 3 is what kids cartoon deserves a gritty reboot? What kids cartoon deserves a gritty reboot? So if anyone has any ideas, they can also add theirs into the chat after the battles. But also you can enter right now your choice for the mashup. So coming first to the screen, it's Steven with his choice of Thundercats, facing it off against Scott Carter with his choice of Yogi Bear. Scott, you go first on the positive round.
Well, I see this as less of a gritty reboot and more of just a mashup of old Yogi Bear episodes and the audio recording of that guy getting mauled to death in Grizzly Man.
Steven, go ahead.
Picture it. It's 10 years after the Thundercats defeated Mumra and the Evil Mutants. But peace and prosperity didn't last very long for our heroes. Not since prolonged exposure to the irradiated eye of Thundera finally felled poor Lion-O in a way that the ancient spirits of evil could only have dreamed. That's right, he's been diagnosed with feline leukemia.
Vote.
Vote.
Sorry, Erica.
It's fun. I'm just going to be crying for like the next 8 hours. Don't mind me.
On Prime Day, you bring this up. On Prime Day. We weren't sad enough already.
Like,
Wow.
what's next? Are you going to ruin Shark Week? That holiest of weeks?
Is anyone noticing that the voting is going was like a Tron light cycle race?
It was very cool. It was like a Tron light cycle race. Happy 40th anniversary to Tron, by the way.
Yes, that was what, 2 weeks ago, I think.
Last week, 2 weeks ago, I don't know. Time isn't real.
Blurs day. It all blurs together. Problem of the Matrix.
All right, and please don't forget to put in your mashup titles and be thinking about which kids cartoon you'd like to see a gritty reboot of for the end conversation of this round. So I think we can safely give this a count, Erica.
Okay,
Short
so
count.
From 3, 2, 1, get your votes in, and beep.
And that goes to Scott. Scott has got the point there. That means Steven is going first on the negative round. He gets to be negative about Yogi Bear, the gritty reboot, sort of.
So as gritty and as depressing as Scott's premise is, I'd just like to remind everybody that there was in the early 2000s a CGI reboot of Yogi Bear where Justin Timberlake played Boo Boo. And I don't know anything more gritty or depressing than that.
So, I didn't watch any Thundercats ever, and what I gather from them is that they are all sexy, muscly catmen. And as a sexy, muscly catman myself, I say that the official drink of Thundercats is Bodacious Red Cab Sav. Get it? Cats love it. Get your cat drunk.
Voting is open. Voting is open. Please do get your cats drunk.
No.
Please do not, but...
All right. Oh, wow. We get the light cycle happening again. We did have a comment come in from Tim Rocliffe for the mashup title. Remember Uncle Ben's words of wisdom. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah.
That's how you make rice at all.
All right. Wow. Everybody who's watching has voted at this point. I think we can give this a count. Erica.
Okay, from 3, 2, 1, beep.
Our winner for the round is Scott. Congratulations, Steven, facing off against the big boys for the first time for the fan battle. Don't go anywhere. You're sticking around because the show's still on. And we now will be very quickly switching screens to see our next pairing. Our next pairing is Barry Carter with his choice of the Drac Pack, facing off against Jason Hatrick with his choice, the Smurfs. Jason, you get to go first. Positive about the gritty reboot of the Smurfs.
All the mushroom huts and all of Smurfville, she had to smurf her way into mine. She strode in wearing a dress that smurfed her Smurfs in all the right places. Me, I was just happy to be sitting behind a desk to hide the Smurf in my pants while my Smurfs got even bluer than usual.
Barry.
I'm going to age myself a little bit here. I come from a time where my vampires didn't sparkle. I come from a time where my werewolves weren't teens. I come from a time where my Frankenstein monsters were Frankenstein monsters and not Frankenstein because of Dr. Frankenstein. This is why Drac Pack needs a reboot, a gritty reboot. If they could do the Banana Splits as a horror movie, oh my gosh. then we can turn around and have a grittier vampire, a grittier werewolf, and a grittier Frankenstein's monster, and have a second part, the Monster Squad, and just tie that all into a sequel to that original movie. And let's just kind of keep it going with that. 30, 40 plus year sequel, reboot. There we go.
There we are. Voting is open. Barry and his choice of Drac Pack versus Jason and his choice of the Smurfs. Votes are coming in.
So
Barry
yeah,
voted.
get your vote, get your votes in, and once you voted, feel free to post your choices in the comments of which kids cartoon you would want to see a gritty reboot of.
Oh, and we have another potential mashup title for those of you who are trying to find them. Oh no, everybody has voted again. That's weird. That I don't know. I guess somebody changed their vote or something. So we are looking for a countdown already, Erica. Everybody's already voted.
So we love to see it from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, beep.
And that goes a point to Jason. Jason has got the point that round. And we are going to be moving on to the negative round with Barry going first. Negative about Jason's choice.
Negative about the Smurfs. Very simple. Every reboot, every movie, every show needs to have an updated theme song. How can you update la 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 hit it la 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 bring it Justin Timberlake la la it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's just one word. That's all they got going, and it just sits there over and over in your brain. It's driving you nuts. Like Amazon days, Prime.
All right, Jason.
Yeah, you talked about dating yourself a little bit with your cartoon. I mean, I haven't seen it, and I'm this old, so you're got to be even older. Like, was the animation style just like a guy holding up one frame, putting it down, and then the next frame, each frame etched into a stone tablet? Like,
Vote! Before my age gets mentioned. Vote. Now I'm tempted to go on YouTube to search for death metal versions of the Smurf theme. Just no.
It ain't gonna be up there like the Ramones doing Spider-Man theme song. That's for sure.
in the words of my favorite vampire, that's 2 points I've got now.
And we got another mashup is coming in. It's a great flaming pumpkin thrower, Spider-Man.
Excellent.
That's a very solid entry.
Yeah. And I think we can give this a short countdown. Erica?
Okay, so from 3, 2, 1, beep.
That has gone to Jason. Jason has scored that point. So we're going off right now to face the finals of this, which is going to be Jason and Scott Carter. Scott, you go first, being... okay. We have a suggestion, an audience suggestion for the greatest cartoon to get a gritty reboot. Simon in the Land of Chalk Drawings.
Oh, wow.
That's a throwback. Yeah.
Solid. Yes.
I could see him now competing with taggers. Graffiti taggers. All right, Scott, you get to go first. Positive about your choice.
Now, I don't know much about bears, but I do know about being a park ranger, as I was a park ranger for a year in the early aughts. And I think it's fucking disgusting that we vilify this park ranger who just wants this walking upright talking bear to not steal shit from regular people hanging out in one of America's great national parks. What the fuck's wrong with you people? Ranger Smith probably just wanted to walk around a park and get high all day like I did, but instead he's got some constantly deal with some a-hole bear to teach his son how to steal food. Don't you understand how expensive food is in these days? That's as far as I got in that rant.
Because you mentioned food and needed to make a sandwich. We understand. Jason.
So the plot line for the Gritty Smurfs remake, if you recall, there's only one female Smurfette who was created by Gargamel to infiltrate the Smurfs. She's basically like a tiny blue Matahari. So they send her in to Smurfville, and then the surprise twist at the end is that Papa Smurf is the bad guy at the end, because he's not really Papa Smurf. He's really Pimpy Smurf.
He's really what? Sorry?
Pimpy Smurf.
Pimpy Smurf. All right.
Say it again.
Vote.
You just like hearing me say Pimpy Smurf?
I didn't catch it the first time. I was...
Now Erica asking for it a third time.
Comedy comes in threes. That's just how it works.
But really, the tiny blue Matahari was the
Yeah, that was a good one. I
the
caught that one.
key part of that. Yeah, just wanted to. I don't want to get that buried by Pimpy Smurf.
The more you're talking, the more your bar is getting shorter.
Bravo.
My votes are coming. They're just coming from people who are currently Googling Matahari to figure out why that's funny.
All right, then we better give it a long count, Erica.
All right, so from 5, 4, enjoy the history lesson, everyone. 3, 2, 1, and beep.
All right, that is a point for Scott. Scott has got a point on the board. That means for the negative round, Jason is going to be going first. Negative, but Scott's choice, Yogi Bear.
I don't enjoy doing this, but I feel like I need to tell Scott that just because you were lost in the woods getting high doesn't mean you were a park ranger for a year.
Well, tell that to the city of Vancouver. But from what I gather from what your idea for this Smurf thing is that you just want some Smurf fuckfest, like this Jason, the man who's got Doctor Strange's beard on a male pattern baldness head, just wants this Smurf fuckfest to happen while he's Googling images of Jessica Rabbit and not drinking Bodacious Cab Sav. Bodacious Cab Sav. It's for the creepy
vote.
bird.
Get your votes in. Get your votes in. I'm not sure exactly what the reference is to, but Katie is saying comedy and I have that in common.
That
Oh,
they
it's
come in
when
threes,
Erica
yeah.
said comedy comes in threes.
All right.
You're welcome.
Yes, I was going to yell that out loud too.
All right. I think some people are just wondering if they should vote for Jason after learning that, or just worry about too much information.
So while the votes are coming in fast, feel free to vote, and then last chance to send in your ideas for this third mashup. We'll post that up on the screen in just a second if you don't remember it, but start thinking. If you've already had an idea that you haven't commented yet, please comment it.
And I think we are close to the... Yeah, we are close to the enough time for a countdown. Erica.
Okay, so from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, beep.
Beepity beep. That one goes to Scott. Scott
Scott
has
won both
kept
rounds.
Jason from getting a complete sweep of the game.
The shutout buster.
There we are. All right. Sorry. Hey, Scott, and you picking on Jason's hair? Just asking for a friend.
Mine's going back pretty far these days.
All right. I shouldn't have been leaning forward as much as I have during this show. All right. I've received in the past 2 weeks the first sunburn on the top of my head.
Oh, those are no fun.
Yeah.
Those are no fun at all. I'm sorry.
All
So
right.
I saw you doing this, Barry. We can you can just rest on the assumption that we all assume that's intentional. Like you shave
Yeah.
intentionally.
Yeah.
Because I saw my dad,
I
and he had
assume-
that 1970s balding where the hair was around but bald at the top, and I made a decision.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I assume
my
you
father-
just have a ponytail at the back.
Oh, I saw that look at Comic-Con. All right. So we have the choices there. You know what? Sorry. I have recently become aware of a conspiracy theory that I had not heard of before in regards to the Smurfs. Can I derail the show for a second to kind of give this? The Smurfs are the Ku Klux Klan. They got the white pointy hats, and their leader is wearing the pointy hat in red. And when Smurfette first appeared, she was a brunette, but when she got accepted by the Smurfs, she was a blonde. She became blonde. And Gargamel is Jewish. There's something in the nose about that, which leads leads people to add to the conspiracy theory, and it's all very uncomfortable.
Yep. See how they treat black Smurfs.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I am extremely uncomfortable right now.
There's just one hole in that theory, though, is that the KKK doesn't like people of color, and blue is a color.
Point taken. All right, we have saved the reputation of the Smurfs. We also wanted to thank Tina Spirals, who is our Twitter modeling a BattleCOM t-shirt, and also as our Facebook logo. And if you want to get any of the classic BattleCOM wear or some of the GamerFlex stuff, it's there's also I wore a shirt with this logo on it at Comic-Con. Losing is a learning experience. I am here to teach you. There we are. So that's a link tree. You can see the store. You can go in and buy stuff. There's the mashup. We did have a comment. Denny Leger saying, "You gotta be smurfing me," and more details on the premise of Simon and where was it? Simon in the Land of Chalk Drawings. So the premise is Simon draws the chalk outlines of murder victims, and the bodies show up in the Land of Chalk Drawings as all these angry murder victims and Simon, which pisses off the locals. So there we go.
Oh wait, is that where like he draws a chalk drawing and everybody comes along and says, "That's weird. There's a chalk drawing here," but then the next day there's a body in the drawing.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Like a serial
could that be
killer
used
thing?
actually as a reboot of the Canadian comedy CBC classic Seeing Things?
Ooh.
Wow. Yeah.
Just, all right, just throwing it out there. We
Pitch it.
have. All right, we have our mashup. Our mashup is here. Leslie's choice of it's a great flaming pumpkin thrower, Spider-Man, and Katie's choice. It's the great post-traumatic stress disorder, Charlie Brown. Tim's choice. Remember Uncle Ben's wisdom. Wah, 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 wah. And didn't we have one in from Denny as well?
Let's see. Did we?
No, I don't see one. All
nope,
right.
not for this round. Looks like.
So Tim Rowcliffe's the wah 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 is going to be one finger. Don't hold him up yet till everybody holds him up. Then it's going to be Katie for the 2 fingers, and then Leslie is with the 3 fingers. I'm not saying anything else to that. So again, Number 1, remember Uncle Ben's wisdom. Number 2, it's the great post-traumatic stress disorder. And number 3, it's the great flaming pumpkin thrower, Spider-Man. Those 2 came in like rate almost at the same time.
This is a tough one.
And Tim Rowcliffe is remembering seeing things. Louis Del Grande, who I got my first, it was an SOC acting role, was with him. All right.
Yes.
So on the count of 3, hold up the fingers. 1, 2, 3.
I don't have a terribly comfortable couch, so
Right. All right. So right now we are down between 1 and 3, which is wah wah wah, and Leslie. So Jason, you're off the hook for this.
This is a tough choice.
So it's either a 1 or a 3. 1 or 3 fingers. Now. All right. So that is 1. That means Tim Rowcliffe has won that round. And I think it is much better than what I came up with in my head, which was spider nuts.
This
It's
definitely
peanuts
better.
and Spider-Man. All right, the motion art was provided by Evan C. Abrams. Find him on Twitter and Instagram and Twitch. He does amazing things. Here are our battlers. Let's go through the battlers in order as we get there. There we are. Here's our battlers. First off, it's Roshan on Twitter. That is Steven Cmelak. And Barry3D.com. Check out the Touch of Grey podcast, the Iconist podcast. Oh, and their Walking to Montreal tour is coming, so we can catch them live. And we have Everyday69 on Instagram. It is the lovely, and Slash McDeadly on Twitter. Scott Andrew Carter. And Jason and Katie, JK on Twitch. That is Jason Hatrick. Let us not forget the fantastic Erica Taddeo, who is Erica _MTL on Instagram. I'm on Instagram as Paul Ash Comedy, if you want to follow me. Of course, BattleCOM TV is on Twitter. And if you just go to the link tree, you'll see the links to most all the shows that I do. I also want to thank the people who work in support of this channel that help behind the scenes to make it all work out. And at this point in time, we're going to be throwing it open. This is it. This is the end of the show. We did it in 90 minutes almost. Yeah, that's the goal, aim for the show. We're going to be shutting down everything except for YouTube as we do a little bit of an after show for just a short period of time. So if you're not watching on YouTube now, switch over to YouTube and say hi. Somebody has given us another like at this point. That is always perfect. We love that. Come to YouTube. So go to YouTube and use the link tree. You'll find the BattleCOM YouTube channel easier.
And we'll see you there.
We'll see you there. There we are.
Hey, who won tonight?
Sorry?
Who was the overall winner?
Jason won 2 rounds.
Jason
and
won 2 rounds. Scott won 1 round, and we didn't do a final. Like everyone has to write one last joke. So
All right.
technically, everybody won because you are all the kings of my heart. That I had to mute.
I think the audience won. Audience, there. Tim Rowcliffe is saying, "Very fun group. Why do I want red wine?" There is subliminal advertising. Denny Leger is saying, "Good show, people."
subliminal advertising. It was so subtle you barely saw it and noticed it.
Yeah. Leslie says, "Scott, did you show Erica your shaved cat?"
Leslie, like I was literally going to message her as soon as the show was over to be like, "Hello, your cat with a lion cut is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Look at you! Oh my
Look
god!
at his tummy.
That poor
Look
cat.
at this
That cat's
adorable
like, I
cat
can't
that does
believe they
not
did
want to
this
be
to
on
me.
screen." Wait, can I see
The
can I
cat's
see his
eyes
tail?
like, look, give me another home. I can't believe they shaved me this way.
I'm sorry, cats with lion cuts is just the funniest thing ever. Also, cats are the best. So I'm very happy right now.
Oh, okay. All right. Can I do a little bit of fanning at this point? I mean,
Of yourself?
not just
Yes.
with the cat. Who's familiar with Catherine McNamara? Anyone?
Is she a cat?
She is not, though. People do call her Cat.
Okay.
They're an actor who has been. They were a regular in the Arrowverse. They played Oliver Queen's daughter.
Okay.
And also from Maze Runner and Shadowhunters and Mortal Instruments, so all the young adult type series.
Yeah, sounds like someone who's done pretty well for themselves in that genre.
And I not as familiar with a lot of her work as I probably should have been when I went into the interview, but I did my research and discovered that their first acting job was on Broadway with Angela Lansbury at the age of 13.
Oh,
Wow.
They, at age 14, graduated high school with honors.
All right. Don't
At
tell my mom.
17, they had their first degree, which was in business, especially finance. They're currently working on a master's in English Lit. And besides all this acting that they've done, they're incredible IMDb, Catherine McNamara. They also are partnered with Girl Up, which is an organization that to help embolden is the wrong word, but help lift up young women creators in doing things, and also stomp out bullying. And they were also previously an ambassador for the MS Society. So,
Very cool.
Boy, they were really on such a roll until the master's degree in English literature.
yeah.
well, it's
Yeah.
Real step back.
it's
One
not their
drop
first
ball.
masters. It's not their first masters, which is such a scary thing. Yeah,
You
they
don't go out partying.
there it is. I'm cool with emboldening women. Yes. So yeah.
Very cool.
Anyone? It's been a little bit. How has everyone been? Just like post show cool down. Quick chat before we have to shut off.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I've been fine.
Still doing all my stuff that I'm happy
Doing
about.
pretty
Things
good.
opened up. I'm getting to see some familiar faces again.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward. Like Andrew Searles is in town, so I know he's he's in Montreal, but he's coming to Toronto for a couple of nights to do a couple of shows, and I'm on the show with him. So
Sweet.
Nice.
looking forward to being in Montreal and seeing familiar faces again.
Don Franklin on that show as well, or
No, not the one I'm on. He's doing
okay.
one called Crazy Canuck out in Kitchener.
okay, all right. No,
I need to argue
I know
myself,
Don
right.
is going to be doing the Newbie and Disciples of Prior,
Right.
right, which is a
Kenny
incredible
Robinson.
show. Yeah, Kenny Robinson.
Yeah.
It's an incredible name for a show, that's for sure.
Mhm.
Longest running show, Nubian show going on. It's
Yeah. It's actually, if somebody wants to check out my other YouTube channel, which is Paul Ash Comedy, you can find my interview with, or actually, no, it's going to be the They Talk Funny YouTube channel with Kenny Robinson about what it's like being, one of the earliest black stand-up comics in Canada. And
Cool.
and also he mentions the inspiration that made him start the Newbie and Disciples of Prior.
Mhm.
Yeah. Pretty
Glad the
funky.
Disciples of Cosby isn't running anymore. That was a bad show.
How dare?
Yeah.
How dare I take a shot at Cosby? Yes,
No,
how dare
I mean, how dare you invoke his name? Didn't we already
Yeah.
give enough attention to William Shatner? I feel like we can start talking about the good people now.
Which I was trying to do with Catherine McNamara. So
Yes.
this is Serena Vincent as well, who's had like an incredible career. Somebody else I saw over Comic-Con. They started out as like a Miss Teen Nevada and ended up doing comedies. Worked with Chris Evans on Not Another Teen Movie. And then they went on to work in horror films, and so they were legitimately one of the scream queens for a while. And then they moved on to working for Disney as a Disney mom. And every step of her career, she was told she was going to be held back by what she had previously done, and she just said, "No, I'm going to get that role," and they went out and they got the roles.
Very cool.
So
Cool.
yeah. Oh, sorry. Before the comedies, she was the Yellow Ranger.
Right.
For Lost Galaxy, Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. So
Nice.
Yeah.
yeah, and a lot
Dang.
of those comedies actually involved her being topless.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then she's a Disney mom, so
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
right, all that stuff.
Hey, Ice-T went from singing cop killer to playing a cop for the past how many years on Law and Order?
True.
So
Yeah,
yeah, we're good. That's a society.
and by the way, that is a great album.
It is. It really is. And I know they had the show there called Legends of Hip Hop. So he was on one of the episodes, and he was telling stories himself, not people talking about him. Him telling his story, how he came up, and he was very criminal-minded. Let's just put it that way. To where he is now as a family man, and he admits to it. He's talking about it. All the crimes he's done. And from there to rap to having the song and breaking, having the breakdancers dressed like pirates, to playing a cop now on TV for X amount of years.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, do you have any cool stories to share? Hang on, let me Google the statute of limitations in the state of California.
I'm sure he was smart enough not to incriminate himself.
Yeah.
He is. Maybe
He knows
not other
better
stuff.
than-
He is.
Yeah.
So so BattleCOM, we sent in an application to the Fan Expo in Toronto,
Oh.
and
Cool.
Cool.
also applied for Ottawa Comic Con and Winnipeg Comic Con. So
Nice.
Nice.
yeah.
Have you
On the
also
live
gone to
shows that we
Hamilton?
had. Sorry.
There's a Comic Con out in Hamilton that's at the old warplane museum. That's
Oh,
pretty big.
sweet.
And I know that
really?
one's coming up September 24th. I think it is that weekend. I know I'm heading
Okay.
up there because two of my wrestlers that I like are going to be there. The New Age Outlaws. So I'm gonna
Do you,
hopefully go and cut and
if you
catch me
can
off
find
there.
it's officially called the Hamilton Comic Con?
Yeah.
All right, I'll see what I can do to find out about submitting a live BattleCom there. Our live BattleComs that we had, they included Vivith Kanagratnam, Monica Hamburg, Flo Penico, two of the fan battlers, Marc-André Dagenet and Matthew Emmerich.
Oh, cool.
Excellent.
So
Excellent.
they both did well. It was, and they got to see the live format, which is slightly different. Tim saying that he'll be in Toronto on the Friday of, the Friday of the Fan Expo. We also had Jason Ox and Cam LaPrairie as well. And I think I'm forgetting somebody. Normally, we had 6 people for each show, and there was a little bit of a switchover between them. But it was good. AJ Young was ready to be our emergency fill-in for the show, and it was great. I got to hang out with him a bit over the weekend. And David Harris was in town as well. So David is a longtime friend of the show. So.
And a side note, another one Paul did look out to is Niagara Comic Con.
Yes.
Right,
Oh, yeah,
with
I've been seeing,
Zeus.
Yeah.
Zeus.
Yeah.
Zeus has been posting a lot of ads for that. Yeah.
Yep. And I mean, they just brought down like most of the cast for Sons of Anarchy.
Mhm.
Very
So
cool.
they get a lot of people coming up for that one also, and it's right in Niagara Falls, right? So it's got that cross-border appeal.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is that supposed to be a selling point, Barry? Just.
I'm saying if they're coming to our side,
Exactly.
gotta
It's the
be a
Americans who
little bit
want to
more
come to
worldly.
Canada.
right? 'Cause
Right,
there's
right.
two types
And
of
they-
Americans that come to Canada. They're
They
ones
can't.
that
They
come
can't
over
bring their
that-
guns. All right.
Well, they come over. They can't bring the guns. So it's those ones that come over that understand our culture, or the ones that turn 18 that can't drink in the States and they come over here thinking they can hold down a beer, not realizing we have more alcohol in our beer, and get past like the bottleneck, and they're done for the rest of the night. And all you hear is USA. And some other guy in the bar, #1. That's how you can tell. That's their battle cry. That's how they merge, like the Avengers call or something like that. Avengers Assemble. USA #1, and they're all on the floor, rolling around. So yeah, that's pretty much about it.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's great. The Montreal equivalent of that is just like guys who heard from their older brothers or whatever, which were the cool bars 5 years ago, and now just ask for directions to bars that have since closed.
Tim Rockcliffe is saying Niagara finished, I guess, a couple weeks ago. So
Yeah.
it's over for this year, but maybe next year. Maybe next year.
Absolutely.
I have to admit, I was a little bit uncomfortable about performing, like going to the Comic-Con, but no one harassed me about wearing a mask. A lot of people were masked, and I was able to keep distance. It wasn't as full as I've normally seen, and there were less panels and special guests than usual, but it was still a fantastic Comic-Con. The floor was incredibly crowded, so I didn't get to spend a lot of time on it.
Oh, that's because I'd seen that they set records this year for attendance.
Really? They set records every year, though. They do. Everything was spaced out fairly well for the most part, but yeah. And I met Dave Foley as well, so that was
Yes.
Nice.
yeah.
I met Dave Foley a few years ago when he was. Remember when we very briefly had a Yuck Yucks in Montreal?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I
he
do
was-
remember.
Yep.
He was the opening weekend headliner, and
Oh my gosh! Wow.
I had never seen before or since somebody take a break in the middle of their headlining set to go to the bathroom. But he did.
Okay. As a man of a certain age, I've learned that there's medication that if you have high blood pressure, you have to take. They're called diuretics, and they will tell you to go to the washroom, and they don't wait around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
that's,
like, you had that poutine, you think you're gonna hold it down? Guess what?
no,
Colin, gotta
it's
go.
it just makes you pee constantly.
Yeah,
It's not.
right. I get you. I'm just being me.
All right. You were just being Taco Bell. I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
They have diapers for that.
Yeah, but they haven't made the slimming ones for men yet. I don't know. Maybe I gotta go to Acme and see if they have a pair.
By the way, I this is one thing that I was so surprised that I really had a great surprise over Acme. No one mentioned Acme had delivery down.
Yeah.
Right? He put the card in the mailbox, and then the object would be dropped from space at him.
Yeah. In the middle of the desert.
In
Where's
the
the
middle of the
address?
desert. It was there in under 12 hours every time. Tim Rockcliffe is saying it was a great show, people, but I've got to go. And I've heard the very dependable talking about the diapers.
Boo.
I guess Acme is dependable as well
And
on the
plus,
delivery, not the quality
Yes,
assurance.
no, the quality is terrible.
but what was the Coyote's
Amazon
credit
Basic.
score? That's my question, because he had to have a credit card. What was his credit scoring? Like, how good was he at Credit Karma? I mean, was he like 900 plus AA plus credit? Because
I mean, he must have kept good
credit.
credit because exactly, like he needed that stuff from Acme when he needed it. Like
Right.
he wasn't about to mess up his credit because when you need an anvil, you need an anvil. Am I right?
Well, he's got a fridge, skis, ice cube maker, so he can go skiing down the middle of the desert, and with a boxing glove, and they all arrived like tout de suite. I mean, no wait. I mean, he paid for Prime delivery, and he got.
Have we considered that Wile E. Coyote might be independently wealthy?
Well, he is a super genius.
True.
It's on his card.
Is he
Oh.
a Disney prince?
Wait, does he? Does
Is
he
he-
own Acme? Is he the genius behind those inventions and he holds all those patents?
Oh,
Dang.
Yep.
And he's just like, I'll do my own QA. Thank you very much.
wow.
This was a little bit of a breaking fact to learn. Roadrunners
Mhm.
at top speed are slower than coyotes.
Yeah,
That makes sense. They're tiny birds.
right.
Yeah.
Tiny, small
Yeah.
little birds low to the ground.
Are
They
you
also have no meat on them. Like it's not even a slight meal for a coyote. It makes no sense why he's chasing it.
wait, are you all suggesting that the Roadrunner cartoons are not scientifically accurate? Gravity doesn't really work that way?
Yes.
My mind is
Shame. Shame.
Spelling miss.
There goes my childhood.
No, scientifically, it makes sense. Like, you can't strap a jet engine to your back and be fine at the end of it.
Especially if you have a tail.
Thank you for telling me that now, Scott. I'm gonna cancel my plans for this weekend.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
Careful. The delivery is probably almost at your door if you ordered it from Acme. You just thought about ordering and boom.
See, I think that was Jeff Bezos' inspiration. It's like, how does the Wile E. Coyote get all those inventions just dropping around? Is he using drones? We need to use drones, people. One step
That was his
ahead of
thing.
the
You know
Jeff.
what? He probably just looked at a whole bunch of cartoon villains and was like, how can I come up with a career that just combines all of these?
Right? I mean, look, he's got the super yacht. He's bald like Lex Luthor. He's got a corporation. Okay.
He took Shatner into space.
Directly the villains.
He's divorced. That's it.
He took Shatner into space and he brought him back.
Yeah.
Right. On a rocket ship that just looked like a giant phallic kind of thing. I don't know how his engineers got that went past him. It's like, what's the rocket ship look like? Is it cool? Is it sleek looking? Well, it's kind of bulbous and long. Yeah, we're putting on a dick ship. There you go.
We can't help it that penises are incredibly aerodynamic.
Yeah.
That's why all the runners are no.
No.
If the parachute doesn't work, it just kind of comes down floating on air. It's got the curve, sir. It's got the curve.
So
Erica, you should
speaking,
too late to mute me now.
speaking of Shatner again, who did Shatner almost kill?
Oh, well, his wife.
Well, yeah.
He successfully killed.
This is news to me. What happened?
There's
yeah.
rumors that he killed his first wife.
Yeah.
He didn't
Okay,
kill her. She was
so
just in
it's
the pool
hearsay.
Not what I was going for, but yeah.
for a long time.
Any of the others of you wish to answer?
Yes, here at BattleCOM, we do not wish for William Shatner to sue us, but also, William Shatner, if you're watching the show, thanks for watching, I guess. Tell your friends.
Yeah.
We're
I only,
comedians. It's jokes. It's what we do. It's what we do.
He can sue me. It's good publicity, and I don't have money.
He's going to take your shares in Bodacious.
I'd like to see him try.
He'll get that what is the salt leech zombie to come remove all the alcohol from your body. All right. We'll tell you off the air, Stephen.
Okay.
Anyways, speaking of space, I just want to mention, I don't know if you guys have seen the pictures that NASA released from the Webb telescope, but if you haven't, go look at them. They are incredible.
Yeah,
Space
so
is beautiful. I totally want to go there. Although it would be scary. But hey, if William Shatner can do it, then damn it, so can I. Space is beautiful. Go check out those pictures. Have a great rest of your month of July, I guess.
All right. Anyone else have anything coming up in the next week or two? Jason? Just
Currently,
J&K.
Yeah,
on
Jason
Twitch?
and Katie JK on Twitch, where you'll see, in theory, Katie and I streaming video games together, and in practice, Katie streaming them by herself in the middle of my workday, which is why I'm not available to do it with her. But eventually, we will go back to streaming together, and that's going to happen, and it's on hiatus right now. But usually, you can catch me on Thursdays on Codenames Live.
And Steven, do you have anything coming up?
I don't. I just wanted to say thank you all for having me. Thank you for not curb stomping me. And
Great job, Steven.
Yeah, you did great.
Thank you so much. It was a lot of fun. So again, thank you.
Barry, you've got online shows as well as live shows lined up.
Yeah, so I got a couple of live shows. All my live shows can be found at barry3d.com. My online shows is my podcast that I'm doing, as you know, which is the Iconist podcast. So it stands for Icon is, and then whoever we decide to talk about. So those come out every week. The videos come out on Tuesdays on YouTube, and the audio comes on all streaming services like podcast kind of things, Spotify, and all of them on Wednesdays. So both of them always drop at 10 o'clock in the morning. So we just did, what did we just talk about this week? Oh, we did Eddie March, which is a lesser known character in the Iron Man universe. So in volume 1 of Iron Man, he decides to quit at one point in issue 21 and needs a replacement. Eddie March is a heavyweight boxer. He knows by Happy Hogan. He becomes the new official Iron Man for 2 issues. And we explained why he became the Iron Man, why he had to stop. And then me and my cousin fan cast it, like we always do, who could play this if we had to do like a live action treatment. So that was what we talked about just today. It came out today and the audio comes out tomorrow.
Very cool. Scott.
Yeah.
Well, Bodacious Cab Salve is sold
All
at
right,
any of
Erica.
5 Ontario.
Let the man finish. Nothing to announce. I've got hopefully a couple things in the works, but nothing right now. So follow me on Instagram, and as soon as I got another live show, I'm going to post it there. So yeah.
All right. I have September. I have some shows happening in Ottawa, but I am going to be hosting at the Comedy Nest next Tuesday, the 19th. And my good buddy, the Love Doctor, is the Wiggle Room. There's still tickets available for this week, which is interesting because we've been sold out for the past couple of weeks, and the shows have been amazing with incredible talent, and it is the best thing to do in Montreal on a Wednesday.
Agreed.
I think that's all I need to say. We have hit our 2 hours, so I'm almost. So I'm saying good night to everyone. Remember, I love you all.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.